Alright, earnings is in for MPW, and on the back of that I want to make some comments on the results. What's the important part? Summarize it real quick for you. The quick verdict is that it was a stalemate. Let's get right into it. Hey, I'm Andreas. I've been investing for over 10 years, and in today's video let's talk about the results here for MPW. Stock was up earlier, but it slid throughout the day. Nothing substantial today, very small movements, and as I said, the verdict here for the earnings result was a stalemate. There was no major move that warranted a huge swing to the upside or to the downside. Basically, we still haven't left the Steward drama fully behind. The drama is lingering on. This is point number one. Let's talk about operations after that and some ending remarks as well. But Steward drama lingers on, and some of the operators on the MPW hospitals are not able to collect fully on the procedures that they are performing with regards to Medicare. So some of this is being withheld and bankruptcy court is dragging on. So although a global settlement has been made, some of these processes and the transition is dragging on, and this affects some of the new tenants. But, you know, most of the rent has been paid. There was one small one that had not caught up, but in my opinion that was negligible. They had to have a working capital loan as well, so there was some capital expenditure here from MPW, and indeed in the questions section they was asked about this from the analysts in Wall Street as well, where they commented that alright, they had done this investment of some 40 millions in a Swiss hospital, they had done a working capital loan in Florida and something else early in January. But in my opinion this was all small peanuts, nothing major. The big one is that the Steward proceedings is dragging on. In terms of operating results, we always get a long explanation regarding the health of some of the tenants, but I think for the sake of making the video nice, short and palatable, we should focus here on operating results of 14 cents a share in normalized funds from operations. I was expecting 16 cents a share, so I'm a bit disappointed. In my opinion, this is a slight miss. If we scroll down a bit, here we can see that the criminal in the drama is the interest expenses, an increase here. So first quarter reflects an increase in interest expense approximating 14 million or $0.025 a share. So a little more than 2 cents increase. This takes down the result from 16, a little bit over what I expected, 16.5 to 14, and in my opinion a miss. I think in Wall Street's opinion as well, a slight decline in stock price. Nothing major. Dividend was paid out. I don't think that we will see an increase in dividend. Remember, a part of the global settlement was that, alright, we need to see that the proceedings with Steward are fully completed, bankruptcy court done, hospitals transitioned, nothing left. Then we can see an increase in the hospital, in the dividend, I mean. So that was part of the bankruptcy proceedings. So don't expect an increase in dividend for this stock. And then in the end, the closing remarks here from Mr. J. Aldag, I thought they were quite strange, starting with saying that this is an unprepared remark, and then clearly reading from a paper a prepared remark after that. And the feeling was that he was, some sort of politician almost, running for office, thanking judges and politicians in different states for their cooperation in court, and saying that, alright, some of these other states and politicians, they took advantage of the proceedings, trying to put blame somehow. I don't know, perhaps he expected that this whole Steward situation would be dealt with quickly, but as we all know, in these business proceedings, they take a lot longer than we expect. So in this case, as I stated earlier in the video, I rode to $100,000 dividend portfolio, where I tried to take a portfolio from $0 to $100,000 as quickly as possible, just to see how quick can I do it if I have to do it all again. I said that I will take this position from 8,000 shares roughly to 10,000 shares again, and this just gives me more time. Another interesting point of note here in the end, as I'm wrapping up the video, was that some of the stock compensation had increased. However, it would not be vested or paid out if the share price did not go over $7 in this case. So no stock compensation with that part. But if stock price continues to increase on the back of better performance for the company, well, then we can see that this increase in stock-based compensation will dampen the results a bit. So all in all, a stalemate, not a very interesting quarter. Proceedings are dragging on. We can see that the short interest is still above 30% here, and then off exchange short in dark pools here, quite strong as well. Still not a Wall Street favorite, still a stock that the analysts are counting out. However, I think that the worst parts are behind. I think that we saw strength in securing the senior note that they commented on in the earnings call at 7% oversubscribed. They have revolving credit facilities, they have liquidity. We're seeing that the balance sheet is indeed strengthening. Of course it is. We don't get big dividends anymore, and the money is being used for other aspects, so strengthening the balance sheet in this case. But all in all, a big stalemate and nothing super exciting. As an investor myself, I just have to continue to wait, and hopefully the business will pick up. Alright, that's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now, bye bye.